This weekend I intended to make a couple of new videos, but instead I actually ended up concepting a new class for Hogs of War. Lately within the Discord we've been discussing the idea of custom classes, so I figured why not go ahead and physically make such characters. Seeing as I have the 3D skills, let's see what I can come up with. As I'm sure you've noticed from the title of this video, my creation is called the Resistance class. This was an idea that I've had for some time. I've just never gotten any further than what I had written down on paper, so without any further ado, our starting rank is the Civilian. Obviously this rank of pig was inspired by the original Civilian pig from the earliest version of the game, but of course we were never actually able to see what the Civilian character looked like. But in terms of design, I went for something fairly bland when it came to the colour palette, so plenty of white with mixtures of orange and brown. I've tried to keep the additional topology as close to the game style as I can, so this character's peaky hat is low in detail, and the same with the armband. The tricky question I had regarding the different colour bases was that I wasn't going to use green, blue, red, yellow or grey. I went with white, so the main question was how exactly am I going to show which team each pig represents, which is why I went with the coloured armband. It's a design choice that was used for the spy back during the alpha, as all spies had a black trench coat and a coloured armband that signified which team they were on. In terms of in-game stuff, the Civilian would have had 65 HP and would have been equipped with a trotter, shotgun and a single freeze gas. The primary objective of the Resistance class as a whole is to disrupt the play of other classes, mainly through the use of the freeze gas and the effectiveness of the shotgun. Moving on up to the next rank, and we have the Warden. Again, I was trying to keep the design of this rank within the theme of what I'm going for, which is loosely inspired by the French resistance during World War II. The Resistance class is less military orientated, instead it's more like a militia that incorporates regular civilian pigs that work against the enemy, that kind of vibe. So just as it is with the Civilian rank, the Warden remains in casual clothing with his cool little eye patch. With the upgrade to Warden, this pig now has 90 HP and is equipped with a trotter, shotgun, 2 freeze gases, 1 homing missile and 1 jetpack. The addition of another freeze gas makes them dangerous at mid-range, with some quick long-range damage coming from the homing missiles and a bit of maneuverability with the single jetpack. You may think it harsh that the Warden doesn't really have a heavy-hitting weapon, similar to the likes of the Sniper, who of course has the trusty sniper rifle, but again the Resistance class is meant to focus on quick damage and disruption. You could get some kills here and there, but primarily you'd be looking to get up close and personal with the enemy and deal some close range damage as much as possible. I feel like that's especially true when we move up to the final rank of the commissar. It's a name that is a bit more political in nature, as by definition a commissar is someone who is an official within the Communist Party, but to me it's still something that has heavy links to the idea of citizens fighting for a cause. Visually the commissar looks more militaristic but with less flashy details. This rank of pig would have had 120 HP with an arsenal consisting of a trotter, shotgun, times 3 freeze gases, 1 homing missile, 1 rocket launcher and 2 jetpacks. Once again we have an increase in maneuverability with the additional jetpack, a more hard-hitting weapon of the rocket launcher and another addition to the freeze gas. When designing these characters, I wanted to bring in weapons that weren't really used very much in both single player and multiplayer. Now, for many of you guys, you'll know that the freeze gas can only be found in multiplayer, and the homing missiles can be found in both, but is more of a secondary item that you find in single player. And to me, it is not as good as the guide missile, both in terms of how fun it is to use and the amount of damage that it does. But overall guys, that is going to wrap it up for this video. Just a short one, I know. I will be making more character concept videos in future, but let's get a discussion going down below. What do you think of my ideas, both in terms of the characters' designs, the weapons they have, and how they would fare if they were to be put in the game today? But if you have any ideas on character concepts and stuff, let me know, because I've still got a few ideas bouncing around that I will be messing about with and playing with, because again, plenty more videos coming up, both in terms of animation, character stuff, 3D models, unused content, all that jazz. And in the meantime, I'll catch you guys later for the next one.
conversation goes.